Hey guys, it's Rai here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Borderlands 2 level cap increase and DLC announcement that Gearbox had at the PAX Australia Expo yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you from the IGN article that I took a look at here. And it states here that during a panel at PAX Australia today, Gearbox confirmed that the level cap for Borderlands 2 will be raised by 11 levels to 72 levels this fall. Plus new missions and raid bosses will be coming as well as additional DLC packs. Now the level cap increase will come along with the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack 2 Digistruct Peak Challenge is what they're calling it, which will be released for $5 before the end of October. This challenge is a new map where Patricia Tannis will let players fight higher level enemies, which you can actually overlevel to create an impossible challenge to earn new loot. Also, they're going to have an additional update that's going to be free of charge that will increase the backpack ammo and bank slots. Gearbox will also release multiple Headhunter packs offering new missions and unique themed boss fights. The first mission will be TK Baja's Bloody Harvest, bringing back the character last seen in Borderlands 1's Zombie Island of Dr. Ned DLC. Zombie TK Baja will send players to fight Jacques O'Lantern, a giant pumpkin boss who will give new character customizations as a reward for being beaten. Multiple Headhunter packs are coming in the future, at least 2 and possibly 3, but no specific pricing or release dates have been announced just yet. Now, when this news was released yesterday, this was really exciting news for a lot of Borderlands 2 fans, as you can imagine. Randy Pitchford last month did hint at the possibility of having some DLC come out, and spoiler alert, even Tiny Tina's DLC, when you kind of complete that, it hints at additional DLC coming in the future. But I don't think anybody was really expecting this. Not another level increase, not free backpack and weapon slots that are going to be introduced for free in the game, not additional DLC packs where we can actually level different player or level different enemies and things like that. It was just really exciting, this news. I don't think we were expecting it. They were, Gearbox did a really good job at keeping it hush-hush. I think we all thought they were just going to come out and announce the next DLC, which a lot of us just thought was going to be the moon-based DLC, and that'll be that. However, they came out and really blew us out of the water with this. And then it got me to thinking, what are my thoughts on this DLC? What, is really going on? Because I was playing with some friends, and one of them mentioned that one of our good buddies that is a big farmer in the game has a lot of level 61 weapons, a lot of level 61 gear. What's he going to think about all this? Once he mentioned that they announced the level increase, he immediately said, I'm just stop farming. I don't have any more reason to farm any of these weapons or get it done. I'm just going to be done with it and maybe go do through some of his playthroughs, because I don't think he completed Ultimate Vault Hunter mode with all his characters yet. So I started wondering, do we need another level increase? Is that what people were really clamoring for? At the end of Borderlands 2, you're at level 50. There was a lot of people stating that, hey, when are we going to get a level increase? We'd like to get more points. That's what a lot of people were wanting and going for. And quite honestly, a lot of people then, were wanting to have that level increase, and Gearbox gave it to us and increased to level 62. I don't feel, though, as that's so much the point now, where a lot of people were saying, we need a level increase, we want a level increase, where's another level increase? Now, that's not to say that it's not a good thing, because I think it's a great thing. That gives you an 11 extra points to spend on your character. That means that you can complete 2 more full 5-point skills, and then maybe even have an extra point left over for one of those 1-point skills that you want to complete on a tree, or divvy up the points, of course, however you want. But basically, if you do the math, you can now tailor your character to complete 2 full skill trees and then get all the way halfway down to the 3rd skill tree. So just the variations and the ways you can do with the 11 more points are really going to make your character feel even more badass, even stronger, tougher, better, and give you that much more variety in your builds and how you can build them. So I think the level increase is a positive thing. It's going to make it a lot more fun. They didn't announce another playthrough mode past Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, so I have a feeling that Ultimate Vault Hunter mode will probably scale like it does now with your characters, and as you get into the 65, 68, 70 levels, that those characters will scale with you. Plus the announcement of this additional DLC that they're going to do where they're going to have these bosses that you can over level, I think having the extra points will really help out against those bosses. So I think it's a good thing. I'm excited about the level increase. I'm excited to see how I can spend these extra points, because really the level cap, that's what it is. It's about getting those extra points you spend into your character. I also think $5 is a great price point for these Headhunter packs. I thought they just hit the nail on the head with that. I have a season pass. If you're going to ask me to spend an additional 10, 15 bucks on DLC packs, I may very well have passed on it, just thinking, you know what, I already spent a lot of money on this game. I spent money on the extra, Krieg the Psycho character. If I want that character, that cost me an extra $10 outside of the DLC that I've already paid in my season pass. So now you're asking for more money from me. $10 to $15 would have probably been too much. $5 hits it right on the head. It's not a great cost for the extras you're going to get in that game. And kind of like episodes in a lot of other games they do, if they come out with smaller episodes for $5 on a frequent basis, I think that's a good idea for them to create more revenue stream into this game that we love. And, you know, $5 for a game that I play, and I play a lot of, is a great price point. I think that's perfect for them. Plus, you get more raid bosses. You're going to get new legendary weapons and new goodies to go in there and farm for and explore for. It's just a good idea, I think, and sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Now, as I previously stated before, the downside is this could be kind of painstakingly difficult for farmers, and here's why. I know, a lot of people out there play Borderlands. They play all the different characters and they get all the different legendary weapons and legendary items that they can to tailor to different characters depending on how they want to build them. Well, if you farmed everything for all these characters, all these legendary weapons you've been farming and spending all this time, you first farmed them at level 50, then you had to farm them at level 52, now you're going to have to farm them up to level 72. Imagine doing all that farming for, 2, 3, 4, all the characters. It can be painstakingly long and take quite a long time. So I can understand where if you're a farmer and you want all those legendary weapons and you've been farming all those legendary weapons, it can be really frustrating now that you have to go through and do all that all over again for the third time. So I started thinking, what would I like to see in the DLC, in the game, in the updates, in Borderlands 2? What are some of the things I feel that they haven't really addressed yet and kind of have missed out on? The first thing is better assault rifles in the game. I think that's the one weapon class that is really underutilized, really underwhelming. Even the legendary weapons that you get, the legendary assault rifles, just don't seem to have quite the fun, do enough damage. You're not really using them in builds to go in and take out raid bosses. On Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, rarely do I ever run with one right now. And I have, 4 or 5 characters on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and I think I take, my commando has a hammer buster, a cowboy hammer buster, and that's it. That's the only class I even have an assault rifle with. I don't even really use that one, but on occasion, just, for a little bit of a change of pace. Really, they're just underwhelming weapons. I would love to see in this new DLC some legendary assault rifle that really wows you, that everybody has to have, that you see it and you go, oh man, I gotta go get that weapon. That thing is awesome. I want that weapon. I want to use it in a build, and I'm gonna use it in a build. And you just don't have that with the assault rifles right now. I think that would be great to see Gearbox do something of that nature. Give us a legendary assault rifle that we want to have, that we want to go get, that really we can utilize in a build and really works wonderful and just is one of those must-have weapons in the game. The other thing I was thinking of is give us some more variety in the legendary class mods. Really all we have right now is a legendary class mod and a Slayer of Terramorphous class mod for legendary mods for your characters. And I just feel like it kind of limits us. Again, watching these YouTube videos of all these great Borderlands players that do these different class builds and different, here's how to beat this raid boss with this class build. It's almost they're always using the legendary class mod. Almost 100% of the time, that's what they're doing. I would love to see some legendary mods that tailor to different builds, such as a melee build for an assassin. There are some good melee mods out there, but give us a legendary one that then gives us a boost in the melee damage and focuses on increasing some of those melee perks available on those skill trees. I think that'd be great. A shock-based one for the Necromancer. People love using the Necromancer's shock abilities and electrocution abilities. let's get a legendary mod for her that does shock damage as well as maybe an increased cooldown rate or increased gun damage or increased rocket launcher damage, and then also again concentrate spending those added points on the shock abilities of that tree. I think that'd be great. It'd be great to see more than just one legendary mod per class that you can actually use to utilize for different builds. Like I said, as it is right now, every major build you see just uses the standard legendary mod. I think that's something that's missing, and having different legendary mods would really be a big boost to diversifying your builds into what you can do and giving you some more variety in the game. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please hit like or subscribe, and I'd like to hear what you think, whether you agree or disagree with my thoughts here or what you think about the recent news. I know it's big news. We're all excited. Us Borderlands 2 fans have a lot to look forward to. It's not over with the Tiny Tina DLC, so it is an exciting time. I'll also provide links down in the description from the IGN article as well as the Gearbox 2 forums if you'd like to go ahead and read those. Check those out. This is Rai. Take care and happy gaming.